Hey guys, welcome to DC's Legends of Tomorrow Comic-Con at Home panel. Well, I can't make today's panel. I am very excited to get you a first look at the rest of season 6 airing this summer on the CW.
Ava, today, here, in front of all of our friends, I want to make these vows to you.
Co-captains forever, baby. I love you so much, Sarah Lance.
So if there's no objections... You got to be kidding me.
I'm back! Hello, legends.
Did you miss me?
Do you know what your little party is missing? Wedding crashers. It's gonna be you and me for all eternity, Sarah Lance.
You wish.
So we've been abducted by aliens. Again.
Thank you, everyone here, for making my day about a floating bowling alley.
The only way for us to leave is for us to beat this team of alien bowlers.
Nice and smooth. Okay.
We need an activity. Something to bring us together.
Last thing we need to be doing is tripping on mushrooms.
What happened to my couch? All right, so everybody wants to go on an adventure, all right? Well, let's go on a real adventure, shall we?
Game on.
The longer the game goes on, the more realistic it becomes.
We could be trapped in here forever.
You're not in control of the magic, John. It's in control of you.
John has tapped into some very volatile, very dark magic. If he doesn't stop using it, it will kill him.
I told you to stay out of my way.
You need to run now.
I want you to feel the anger, the isolation of losing everything you've ever loved.
Thank you very much, Katie. What an amazingly sick sizzle. I want to welcome everybody to DC's Legends of Tomorrow Comic-Con at Home panel. I'm Adam Seckman. I play former Time Bureau agent Gary Green, current tentacled Necrian Gary Green, and let's meet the cast of the show. First up, we got Ava Sharp, played by Jess McCallan.
Big reveal. Hi.
Next up, we've got Esperanza Spooner Cruz, played by Lisette Chavez.
Hello, hello, hello.
Next up, we've got John Constantine, played by Matt Ryan. Hey, Matt. Hey. Next, we got Nate Haywood, played by Nick Zano. Next, we got Astra Lowe, played by Olivia Swan. Next, we have Behrad Tarazi, played by Cheyenne Sobian. Next, we have Farid Tarazi, played by Tala Ash. Next up, we've got executive producer and co-showrunner Keto Shimizu. Woo-hoo-hoo. And finally, we've got executive producer and co-showrunner Phil Klemmer.
What?
Woo! All right, so we are currently in the middle of this glorious season 6. We're filming this at some point in time, but there is an episode that's really fun that is about to air, or has just aired, or will be airing, that Jess directed. Jess,
Yeah.
who's your favorite actor to direct in that episode, and why?
What? Are you insane? Actually, I can't answer that because it's my partner in crime, Mr. Nick Bishop, because I got to put him through the ringer. I actually am allowed to answer that, diplomatically.
Good answer.
Yeah,
Great answer.
he was fantastic. Thanks, buddy.
My pleasure. Anyone else? Talk about your favorite episodes. What was everyone's favorite episode this season?
I like seeing everyone dressed in Western attire. that's always a good thing to look at. Although it wasn't the most pleasurable thing to film because it was raining and in the winter, but everybody looked great.
That was a good episode.
Oh, I liked our murder mystery. I liked that murder mystery. I like that genre very much.
That was our Clue inspired episode.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was great. So that's after Jess's bowling episode. We immediately go into a board game because we needed to save a bunch of money. So yeah, because we blew it all on the lanes.
Bottle.
Oh,
It was fun.
don't start, Phil. Don't start with my needle drop episode of music tracks that I couldn't have.
Just wall-to-wall Bee Gees.
Wall to wall background.
I know there's also some crazy interstellar travel happening in that episode. So that's ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching every time you do that.
Yeah, and there was a little Zari 1 romance in that one, which you can't put a price tag on that, can you?
No.
Yeah, the thing about the denim in that Western episode, I'm not used to wearing such stiff denim. How did they wear denim that is not stretchy? Because now we're in a stretchy denim era.
Well, they only had one pair of pants.
I thought that the Western attire particularly suited you, Adam. I thought you really adjusted to it well, especially the handling of the gun. I thought you did that very well as well.
I thought you two were really good dancing, square dancing, as you and Adam made a really delightful couple out there.
I quite enjoyed that, actually. We should do that again.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a take where you guys almost kissed, where you got really close or something in the dance, and you were nose to nose and you just went with it? That was so great. That square dance was something of magic.
That day, that was a lot of dancing.
A lot of extras.
A lot of
yeah.
Did you guys like the singing cowboy?
Yeah.
Love the singing cowboy.
I loved it. The best part of the episode.
That guy should be in every episode.
Yeah, I really loved the bowling episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed bowling, Liv.
Your little dance, Liz, the dance you do is so incredible.
The shuffle is so great.
Thanks to Jess. It was so much fun.
So cute.
Lebowski fans are going to go nuts.
Queen Tiny Powerhouse with a bowling ball full. We had a trick one for her that didn't weigh anything. She's like, I want the real one. 12 pounds up and over.
Well, you know what? I was practicing with like a 6-pound one, and in the day of, it was a 12-pounder or something.
Props dropped the ball on the ball. It was Props was like, just kidding. She has to throw this up and over a million times. Here's a 12-pound. That's the only one we have the right color of. So bad. You did so good, baby.
Thank you.
And I have to say, the montage of the wedding dress guys.
Oh my God.
The two of you, and that's priceless. That could have gone the whole episode. I could have watched 2 minutes of wedding dress montage.
So glad it stayed. I'm so glad it
was such a pleasure working with you, directing and acting. It was amazing. You destroyed it. You're fantastic. Except that you didn't let anyone bowl, actually bowl, which was really disappointing.
I didn't have the time.
It wasn't her fault.
I literally didn't have the time. At the end, I had like 3 cameras running, just screaming to pick up the certain cuts of bowling balls I needed. Nico, like, we gotta go! Like the first time I've actually seen him lose his stuff to the very minute. I'm sorry you didn't get to bowl. We'll do our 100th party at a bowling.
We'll go bowling as
there we go.
Yeah. On another note, can we talk about the most addictive thing this season? Spice Girl, floating away, Spice Girl.
He killed it. He was like,
yeah. Phil, Keto, can you guys give us some insight on that song? How amazing it was. The
Oh, it was incredible. We are so proud of that. And Daniel Chan, our composer, like just crushed it. He, we were talking about sort of Bowie eras and the inspiration, and he went whole hog. He dove right into it, and what you hear at the end is basically what he came up with, and we loved it so much. We were like, okay, we need more, so we had James and Mark write more verses, or another verse, so that it could actually be more of a full track and not just a little snippet that we got during the scene where he was composing it, so it could actually be a legit needle drop later in our season, which it is.
Yeah, and we're going to put out an album this year, so that's instead of just doing, for instance, like the Real Dragon Girl, or instead of doing just the section that you see on camera, we recorded the whole song so that we could have a Legends album, because it's too good to just listen through once.
He strings on the album, full version.
Yeah.
Is Liv in the album? Is this real?
Yeah, no, it's real. I'm not joking.
Are you serious? Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Sure.
That's amazing. It's great. Princess Astra on an album. I mean, this is great.
Yay.
So we've visited a lot of times and places and eras in the show. Where have we not gone? Where do you guys want to go?
I want to go underwater.
Underwater?
Oh, yeah, that's right. For sure. I want us to be like mermaids and sirens and be underwater.
That was season 4, Magical Creatures.
Yeah, see, we can chuck it back in.
Yeah,
just one episode for old time's sake.
Maybe the Wave Rider could be turned into like a yellow submarine, and
that's fun.
There you go. And we make it a musical too. Throw all the things in there.
We could do like an aquatic life of Steve Zissou or whatever that movie was.
Aquatic Life of the Legend.
We should definitely do a Wes Anderson. I think that you wanted to do Wes Anderson, right? Your next episode.
All I want is Wes Anderson.
We promise.
That would be awesome.
No, we don't.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. That would be incredible.
Yeah.
What about like far, far, far in the future? Like year 10,000. Like, what's that? What is that?
It's gone. There's nothing left.
Kind of looks like now.
Katie I'll answer for Katie. I think she really wanted to do Moulin Rouge, or was that you, Jess, or was that both of you guys wanted to?
I think it's just both of us. Nick loves to hear us sit and sing that song. We know the whole love song elephant medley situation.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
It's really one of my favorite things.
And neither of us can sing. All we want to do is harmonize badly. I want to do now a Hamilton situation where my singing contribution can be the rap. Like Ava breaks down in some Lafayette, and just is like, if I have a Busta Rhymes group, that's because I can get down with that. I know I can pull it off, but yeah.
Gary beatboxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
With
my God.
alien Gary beatboxes.
I want to see a Boogie Nights episode.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
With I've already captured it in my head. It's too funny.
Nate Haywood is Dirk Diggler, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Adam's got to be the Burt Reynolds.
Oh, 100%.
I can see it. Adam, you are so Burt Reynolds. It's insane.
I thought I would be Roller Girl, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You could be. Oh man.
Here's an interesting one. Gusarax. Gusarax versus Bebo. Who's cuter? Who would win in a fight?
Gus is way cuter.
Way cuter.
Yeah,
Way cuter.
Gus.
Not even
Sorry,
like
Bebo.
Yeah.
And would probably win in a fight.
Gus.
Who's gonna win?
I mean, big Gus.
Yeah. Is Big Gus cute?
We never saw. Did we see?
Yeah, we don't actually know
You
what he
just
looks
saw
like.
what he was.
You didn't see him.
No,
He's
you haven't
no.
seen him. I think I'm maybe the only one on the panel who's actually seen grown-up Gus, because I've been doing all the VFX reviews, and he's not cute. He is pretty.
That's important, because otherwise,
No longer cute.
Yeah, otherwise getting rid of that little adorable thing is hard.
I know would have been heartbreaking, but no.
Well, I mean, fun piece of trivia though. He was supposed to die, and look, what happened to little baby Lord Knox was funny on the page. When it happened in real life, it was pretty tough. It's pretty
traumatizing.
By the time we got to like Gus, we had this moment where Rory was supposed to blast him with the heat gun, and we're in the editing bay, and we're just like, we can't do this, guys. We have to change the story in visual effects. So he survives, happy ending, but yeah.
That's a good move. That's a good move.
Because that Lord Knox, that was a whoo.
R.I.P. Knox.
That was a priceless reversal. It was beautiful. I love that Lord Knox moment. I will defend it to my death, to his death, I guess.
Point, counterpoint, Adam.
You could have at least had him like come down and then in VFX like notice that was going to be sad, so he pulled like a little tiny gun or something. Something Instead of like a speech that he was the last of the
Too late,
civilization.
Jess, too late.
We don't know how their biology works. They could reconstitute after being smushed. I don't know.
Yeah.
That one's really dead.
He's coming back. I can feel it.
Jess, so you want to do a Wes Anderson episode? You're like, don't.
All I want is Wes Anderson. I just wanted that. Yes, but it requires wide shots that we're not allowed to do very often for very long. It requires staying in a very symmetrical wide space with awkwardness ensuing for a solid minute and a half somewhere along the lines, and that we don't have the time for that. But I was very blessed in mine stylistically that with the Big Lebowski, like I was allowed to do shots that I think are not traditionally, wanted, and we did them, and they stayed in, and they're awesome, and it's still stylistically odd, and I'm so proud, and that's freaking awesome because it's a weird journey, right, guys? That was a weird script, Phil and Keto. Let's just say that out loud.
Yeah,
we know.
I'm wearing my Lebowski socks in honor of your episode today. I don't know.
Kick him up.
Oh.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Wow, how did you even
Look
do
at that
That's very
flexibility
good.
on Phil.
Feel it, Nick. It's
Chill.
Yeah, man.
I have a Big Lebowski pair of socks as well, but they're not those. They're like black ones with the dude's face on them.
All right, we can switch.
That's rad.
We can trade.
Let's try the lighter
Pounds
one.
bootlegs.
Question to Matt. I was curious about this. What did the blood drug taste like? As you know, you got addicted to this blood-like substance that gave you powers that you had lost thanks to Astra. So curious, what did it taste like?
It was lovely, actually. It was quite bitter. It was this I don't know, some concentrated kind of some kind of concentrated liquid, which was very, very bitter. But it was so sweet. It was bitter. It was almost like sour. It was all right to drink. Yeah, it was good. It's funny. Like what was good, I think, about this season is, after last season, Constantine is in a place that that we don't really see him very often, where he was happy and everything was going right for him. And it's funny because whenever that happens with John, I suppose the audience as well think, well, something's coming. It can't last this long. And that was the real joy of this season, is being on that journey where everything's all right and he's enjoying life, but then inevitably something goes wrong and he ends up becoming addicted to this drug and this power, and becomes the thing that he hates most. So, but there was the real good path that, I think in previous seasons, we've used some of the storylines from the Hellblazers and taken those and adapted those, which have been a real pleasure to play. But this season is kind of like an open book for how can we mess John up for ourselves, rather than the past that he's carried with him before. And that was a really interesting and cool thing to play out in this season and to discover for ourselves as well. That was really enjoyable, yeah. But the stuff itself was actually quite nice, yeah. Quite bitter, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I think there's this line. I think you wrote it, Keto, in the finale, and I'm not going to spoil too much with the context. And maybe you can correct me, but I'm paraphrasing. It's like people can change and not change at the same time, and that just seems to be like, the pathology of Constantine, where he keeps going through these cycles of self-destruction and pulling himself up, and I think it's really tragic, but it's also like super relatable. We all recognize those bad habits.
Yeah, and he keeps on making the same mistakes in different ways, and it's cyclic, right? It's like he's having to repeat this journey of redemption each time, and each time it gets harder and harder, and it's a different reason for him having to go on that journey. So that was really really cool to explore. And yeah, that was a great line as well, Kato.
I think actually James wrote that.
Oh,
I think he wrote that. Yeah.
That wasn't so good.
Credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, like, obviously we love the character. I mean, this is sort of like a segue to just any of your characters, the end of the season, because it's hard because, like, we love Constantine. We want the best for you, but at the same point, you have to be frank about who that character is. And, talking about Sarah and Ava, and obviously we planted that they're engaged and they're intending to get married, and it's not should be no surprise that they ultimately do get married.
There will be a wedding, folks, in this season.
What?
Ava and Sarah are getting married in season 6.
Oh.
The Legends twist, Legend style.
Sorry, I don't know if I can continue. I need a minute.
Bro, you were there.
But if people are expecting a similar kind of happy ending for Constantine, I don't know if that's necessarily in the cards. That's hard for us writers because, like, we love Constantine and Zari as a couple, but like clearly there's not a smooth path forward.
I think the way to for that to be enjoyable as well for them in the back of my head, especially playing him and knowing that knowing that John, it's not going to last. Something's going to happen where the guy on this journey with the Legends, all of it is not going to work out because that's not John's. That's not in John's DNA, unfortunately, and that's, as you said, Phil, part of his character.
So that's a potentially doomed romance, Constantine and Zari. What other romances are we pining for, guys? Any thoughts? I have an idea. What about a Mary, Sarah, Ava thruple?
Gary!
Gravelance, right?
Oh my God.
Gravelance.
Gary, it would be Gavalance. It's not the Ray, it's Gavalance.
It was right there.
You had it.
Does anybody think that Behrad has a shot with Astra?
Oh, for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think so.
Hey, thanks for putting in a good word for me, Phil.
We have a running bet going. We have.
We do have a running bet, actually. Yeah,
Oh,
we're always
interesting.
like, okay, what episode are we gonna like flat? What episode is like this gonna happen? And currently, none of us won in last season, I don't think. So we've moved it on to season 7.
I just want to say I am team Spoonstraw. I don't know what episode I watched recently, but the chemistry, ladies, the chemistry.
Yeah,
It's real.
Spoonstra.
Oh my God.
Spoonstra.
You guys made me cry so hard in the penultimate episode, like when we get into like kind of some of Spooner's backstory and try to understand like your supposed alien abduction, and you guys have like an episode almost all to yourselves, and obviously we started to explore your friendship in the Western, which was a little more contentious, but like the writers, like, we really love the idea that neither one of you has had like a friend before, because you grew up in hell and you were a bit of a recluse, and so like the idea that you're kind of going through this like very adolescent like best friend crush where you're like, oh my God, I have a best friend, which is kind of fun because it's to the exclusion of all the other legends. Like, you guys kind of are this.
It's like you like them, you like the other ones, but like the two of you are, it is like being 10 years old again when you're like a 10-year-old girl and you find that person who you connect with so deeply. It is almost like a relationship because it is so, you're so connected. So that's kind of the thing that we want to play with you, is this like really nurturing, friendship between these two women who've had such difficult lives and have found strength and, compassion from one another in this very surprising dynamic, because you guys are both, your personalities are so different and your upbringing is so different, but there is like a core of trauma and loss for both of you, and that you guys, bolster each other as we move forward into season 7. We love the connection that you two have so much. It's very exciting.
Same. We also have like a lot in common as well, though.
I was gonna say, it's like all imitating life, because I think we clicked just anyway outside of work, and I think that really kind of helped influence and help.
Well, we could sense it. Yeah.
Had a little duo going, little team.
As a veteran, I really enjoyed watching you guys become friends behind the scenes. Like, as the episodes grew, I saw how much you guys were like clicking and like leaning on each other. It was actually very sweet, and I think I even talked about it. Like, I'm really glad you guys had each other, because it was nice to watch you two become friends in real life, and then get to do it on screen.
Oh.
Legends of Tomorrow, bringing people together.
Shut up.
Do we want to talk a little bit more about season 7?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like I stole your thunder talking about the wedding, Keto. I get my words got ahead of me. So do you want to talk about season 7?
Well, I mean, that's season 6 news. I mean, that's if we're moving on to new business, that's one thing. But yes, we will have a beautiful, very intimate, very sweet, heartfelt, emotional wedding for Ava and Sarah at the end of our season. That will have a nice little Legends twist to it, actually a big Legends twist to it, but I promise fans will not be disappointed. And yeah, going into season 7, we've definitely, we're just starting right now in the writer's room. We've just broken episode 2, and we are now breaking our 100th episode, which is incredibly exciting. And we do have some things in store that we're really pumped about. One of which being that Amy Pemberton, the voice of our lovely Gideon.
We've traveled here because I have a new lead on Vandal Savage's location.
Will be on the show as a series regular in the flesh. As a human being. We're really, really excited about.
Incredible.
Phil, did you have any other things you wanted to say?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the kind of rough shape for 7. I don't want to ruin how it happens, but you guys are stuck in a particular place and time, and all the things that you normally rely upon, which are technological. This is the first time where instead of being able to go from one place to the next to the next, you guys are stuck, and so it's more of like an real world odyssey, kind of like this is sort of our to go from one Coen Brothers to go from Lebowski. This would be our
to
Oh Brother, Where Art
Oh
Thou?
Brother, Where Art Thou? Yeah.
So we just want to see how the Legends, again, it was so fun. Katie's episode where we saw Astra having to deal with real world things like who's going to pay the electrical bill, who's going to find food. It's really, there's something so charming watching superheroes have to deal with like totally real world, frustrating, annoying, how do you get from point A to point B when you don't have the ability to travel through time or whatever. And so, I love those episodes. Again, like the zombie episode was sort of one of those. We had the one with Nixon where we're all stuck on an RV. I don't know. It's sort of fun to just like strand you guys because, it provides like a different kind of challenge.
And is there also next season about a Welshman?
Yeah. Well, so as we were talking earlier about Constantine's arc this past season on season 6, and his arc on our show, the character's arc, is coming to an end in season 6. We will be concluding the journey for John Constantine on the Wave Rider with the Legends. However, Matt Ryan's journey with Legends of Tomorrow is not yet done.
That's right.
Bill, you want to talk about it?
Sure. At first, I need a little advice because I've only seen the name of your character spelled, and I don't think that my pronunciation of Welsh names. Could you, before I say it, will you give me a quick tutorial?
Yeah. It's Gwyn Price.
Okay, Gwyn.
Gwyn.
So Gwyn.
Yes, not Gwen. Gwyn.
Gwyn. So Gwyn is, as I alluded to before, the Legends are stranded in a particular time and place. They have been deprived of their ability to time travel, and so Matt's character becomes the sort of possible salvation for our team. He is an eccentric gentleman who lives in approximately 100 years ago, and according to the Legends, he's their only hope at being able to one day return to their native place and time. But
beyond that,
yeah.
I mean, I'd sort of say I'm really excited, and as we all know that John is a character throughout all of his comic book history and all the TV parts as well. Someone always walks alone, and he dips into stories and dips out of stories. And the time for John's journey now with Legends and with me is come to an end. But I'm so really excited to be doing another role on this show and creating a new role with everybody, and having some fun with that in a way that that maybe I haven't had with John. So that's really, really exciting to me to see what that's going to be, and discovering how this new character fits in and causes trouble for the Legends.
That's beautiful. I can't wait. I think we're like pretty low on time. So
why don't you tell us about your breaking in jeans then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about that pesky Western denim, Adam.
Let's talk about your denim.
Dang, I don't get tough denim. I don't know why people buy tough denim.
But you must have once upon a time. You must have worn it once upon a time back in the day.
Oh wow.
What is selvage? Is selvage different than denim?
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know.
Never heard of that in my life.
No, go Google it, Adam. We'll
Yeah,
wait.
go Google it.
We got time. We're good.
There we go. How do you spell Gwyn?
GWYN.
Oh.
Gwyn.
So what?
Not that
So why did you
complicated.
pretend that it was impossible to pronounce? GW.
Well, I don't. Look, a lot
Are
of
you
things.
attacking everyone?
A
What
lot
is
of
going
things-
on with you right now? What kind of moderators throwing rocks at the panel?
I thought it was like a GEOHW.
So it's Gwyn.
The finale really is incredible, guys.
It's going to be bigger than the crossover in terms of the amount of visual effects and craziness.
It's nice to see both of your eyes, Nick Zano.
I know.
Oh yeah. Well, fun fact. See if you could spot where I lose one of my eyes in the episode.
It's when all your scenes, you're. It's like the Joshua tree. You're just.
Yeah. Dude, Tala was just like, am I really gonna have to act with you facing me like this? I was like, I have one eye.
Very weird. It's very weird when someone's standing perpendicularly to you.
What did you want me to do? It wasn't a choice. It was I had literally one eye.
Oh, wait, you know what one of my favorite things from this season was, back to eye patches, when you're playing like alternate,
Yes.
Yeah.
the kind of Kurt Russell.
Kurt
and
Russell.
and you go by Zari gets like kind of like flustered around you.
Yeah.
There was so much of that is on the cutting room floor. I was like verklempt. I couldn't even control myself.
That was so much fun. I love alternate.
Will alternate come back?
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alter everyone.
obviously, spin-off. It's
Obviously.
Is there like a big reveal coming to who's on that other ship, or have you even beated that out?
Oh, yeah.
What's
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or do we get to all play other versions of ourselves? It would be great.
We'll see.
Oh, that would be great.
That's it, guys. We're out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We had an amazing time with you. We had an amazing time with each other. Tala,
Bye, we love you.
Jai,
Deuces.
Matt,
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Liz,
Bye, guys.
Nick, Liv,
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Jess,
Mwah.
Ghetto,
Bye. Thank you for watching.
Bill.
Yeah, hope to see you next year in real life in San Diego.
We love you all. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in to the DC's Legends of Tomorrow Comic-Con at-home panel. And be sure to check out new episodes Sunday at 8, 7 Central, only on the CW.